I've been studying a few different things lately. I've been reading books. I've been reading a textbook about business law. I've been studying math from khanacademy.com. I've been doing pre-calculus on there, practice problems so that I can get better, so that I can work on my bachelor's degree in business management after I understand pre-calculus a little bit more, because I had some serious problems with math when I was in college last time. I had some serious problems with reading too, so I'm trying to read more books. You have to be able to read about a book a week if you want to graduate from college. I can only read about a book every 3 months right now, which I need to get my reading skills up better. I need to improve my reading skills so that I can graduate from college. So I'm working on a few different things right now. I know I didn't. I decided not to go to my last job interview, but that I had. I was gonna have like on Monday. I decided not to go to that because you have to lift greater than 50 pounds of weight, and I can't lift greater than 50 pounds of weight. So I just decided it's not worth it. I don't want to give myself a panic attack. That's what I had at Target. I had a panic attack at Target because I couldn't push all the carts, and my heart just kept pounding. I really couldn't handle the workload at Target, and I had a panic attack. I'm not going to do that again. I'm not going to specifically work at a company where they on the prerequisites say that you need to lift greater than 50 pounds. I can't lift more than 50 pounds. I can lift about 20 pounds on a regular basis. But I can't lift 50 pounds on a regular basis. Like sometimes I can lift 50 pounds, but not like constantly 50-pound weights. No, I can't do that. And maybe I'm being irrational. There's just a few other places I'd rather work than that place. And if I'm gonna go like nails to the wall to the super hardcore work ethic, I'd rather do it at a place that is a lot easier to work at. Now it's gonna take effort to get those companies to want to hire me. I have to get noticed by them first. Um, but it's okay. I'll get noticed by them at some point, and I hope they'll hire me at some point, and I hope I can actually do the job. That'd be nice if I could actually do the job. But long term, I want to be. I could maybe be a financial analyst if our bookkeeper, if I get good enough at math. I think that I think that I could. I think that I could do manage people's accounting sets. If I could get better at finance and stuff, I want to I want to I want to practice pre-calculus to get better at finance, and I want to read my business law textbook to get better at my reading comprehension skills. So there's a few different things I'm reading. I'm also reading a book called um, it's a Lucy Maud Montgomery book. I'm not going to say the title of it, but it's one of her more popular books. Lucy Maud Montgomery. She's a great writer. You check her out. It's a lot of public domain books too. If you want public domain books that are free, you could read her. I think that I'm also reading the Bible on my live stream on TikTok. I did that last night because it kind of keeps me centered. Kind of keeps me centered when I read the Bible. Um, I have trouble managing my emotions. I have trouble with my sensitivity. Um, Sometimes I'm irrational, and when I don't have a reason to be. And sometimes, honestly, to be completely honest, I don't like to sell it to people, but I hear voices sometimes. I really do hear voices sometimes. And when I hear voices sometimes, one of the things I've realized is the best thing I can do is read the Bible at that point. If I hear voices, then I should read the Bible specifically to an audience of about 100 different people. If I read the Bible to an audience of about 100 people, that satisfies me and it calms me down. That's pretty much all I want to do with my time is balancing my life between YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, my blog, and learning math and reading books and all these things, going to my classes every week. I want to balance my life between all these things, and eventually, uh, eventually, I like to graduate from college, and I like to become someone more um, financially successful. But that's going to take time. I got to practice a lot of different things before I graduate from college. I don't even want to apply. This one girl was laughing at me because I always talk about college, but I never actually go back to college. I don't know why she was laughing at me. I got to practice the skills. I got to practice the skills, and I got to practice the math. I got to practice the reading. College is not something that the average person can even do. The average person can't graduate from college. College is something that only the top third most intelligent people in the country graduate from. Only the top third most hardworking, intelligent people have enough money to graduate from college. Um, it's not for everyone. It's really not for everyone, and I would recommend it to anyone. I'd recommend studying advanced materials because you should always try to learn more. But it's not everyone graduates from college. It's not that easy. It's really, people make it sound like it's. This one girl in my class made it sound like it was easy or something. Like I just go and graduate from college right now. But I think she just kind of, she's kind of like that way to everybody. She's kind of like, what do you call it? Just not that sensitive to other people's problems. Um, but she's kind of like that way to everybody. Like she just starts laughing when someone's talking about this or that. I like her. I really like her as a person. It's just I think that she can be oblivious to other people's difficulties in their lives. She probably thinks like I should be living my life completely differently. I should be some social butterfly and go to the bars every night of the week or something. Some people think that. Some people honestly think that I should be like going to the bars every night of the week to to meet someone so that one person could change my life. I don't want one person to change my life. I want me to change my life. The only thing you have is yourself and your mind. That is the only thing you have is yourself and your mind. And you shouldn't view life as waiting to be saved by someone. You should view life as something that you can achieve on your own. You can achieve anything you want on your own. It just takes time. Now, a lot of times you get to places quicker when you travel with somebody. You travel with somebody, you share resources, you share brain power, you share physical strength or whatever. But you know, I uh, I uh, I I could see the appeal to sharing a life with someone. I could see the appeal of that. I don't think I want to do that with my life because I'm so independent minded. I believe that I can achieve anything by myself. I don't honestly really need a significant other. I really don't need a significant other. Um, that's just the way I live my life. I'm not telling you to live your life that way. I'm not saying anyone else should make that their goal in life is to only care about themselves. It's good to care about other people. It's just if you focus more on yourself, then you can actually accomplish some really great things. It's really a valuable way to spend your time. You can get these workouts that are like really cool. Like I can walk long distance really well. I can run long distance really well sometimes. I'm working on some cardio skills that are going to be really useful. I do some cardio in the pool for a few hours a day. That's some really cool that I can do cardio that long. Maybe everyone can do cardio that long. I don't know. I enjoy the cardio I get in the pool. I enjoy the cardio I get. And I think if more people got a cardio workout, I think more people would be happier. I know most people don't have pools, but if you happen to do have a pool, you should use it. You should use it for exercise. Now, granted, I think walking and running are better exercises than swimming. Walking and running are better exercises than swimming. But if you can't walk or run very far, then you should swim. I encourage you to find a pool in your area to swim at, especially if you're having feet problems, you're having knee problems, you're having back problems, shoulder problems. I encourage you to swim in a pool because it's a restorative way to exercise. It's something you can do when you get older, when you're younger, or any age really. You can go to the pool to swim. I don't really swim at the pool because I'm not a very good swimmer. I can't really hold my breath very much under the water. I have to really run across the water. Not run like Jesus ran across the water, but I uh, I run through the water like with the water like up to here on me or like up to here, and like I just run and I run like from one side of the pool to the other side of the pool. And that's what I do to get a cardio workout. You do that for 30 minutes a day, that's almost just as good as walking for 30 minutes a day. Maybe walking is better than doing that for 30 minutes a day. But if you can't walk, this is another option. This is something else you can do if you can't walk. And I think everyone should try to find things they can do that are productive. They're healthy ways for you to use your time. I think that I encourage everyone to exercise because it's never too late for anyone to get in shape. You can always get in better shape. I hear these people saying like, "Oh no, I'm in terrible shape. I'm in terrible shape," and it's like I encourage anyone to exercise because it, you can always get in better shape if you exercise. You can always improve your situations. You can always improve your situation if you just keep working at it. All it takes is a little bit, just 30 minutes a day of walking or swimming or whatever. 30 minutes a day of cardio can have a huge effect on you. And I think it's a fantastic feeling to feel that blood rush through your heart into your head and to the rest of your body, all feel the blood rushing everywhere on your insides. I think it's a wonderful feeling. I think it's an absolutely wonderful feeling. And I think I'm running out of things to talk about on this video. I'm just getting into some boring topics. So yeah, I mean, if you ask me what I'm gonna do today is, I know I don't look like I'm in shape. I'm not really in shape, to be honest. I'm not saying I'm in shape. I'm just I work on myself sometimes, and that's I feel good about working on myself, even if I don't have the body that I would dream of or whatever. I don't think anybody has the body that we dream of. We just try our best to create a body that is sustainable and something that they can keep long term and they can keep until they're 70, 80, 90, 100 years old. So then when you get older, you're not falling off the face of the earth because it's kind of like yeah, you just do any workout you can pretty much to maintain your health. That's the important thing. I encourage anyone to work out. I could make this channel into a public health channel if I wanted to. But I was talking about education when I started this video, so I think I should probably focus on education. But health is very important in education because you're not going to be able to read any books or do any math problems if you can't sit up straight and accomplish tasks while sitting down, or you can't read a textbook while you're lying in bed on your phone. If you can't do those things, then you need exercise. But once you have enough exercise, and then you also have to find your center, and you need music to find your center. I listen to a lot of music, and the way I calm myself down is I listen to music, and that's everything I need. I can type poetic lyrics on my Facebook account to impress the girls. I can send direct messages with poetic lyrics, to impress the girls. I have a lot of Facebook friends I can talk to. And I can say whatever I want to them, and they understand that I'm on the spectrum for autism, and I'm doing my best, and I'm not trying to be a bad person. I'm just trying to flirt in a way that I think is an acceptable way to flirt. And I think the way I like to flirt is I like to listen to really good songs and post the lyrics on my Facebook page. That's how I flirt with them. I've been doing this, I'm not going to say how old I am, but I've been doing this for many, 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 many years. almost since the invention of Facebook, have I been doing this. I wasn't on the first year Facebook got started, but I was on very shortly after Facebook got started, and I've been doing this a long, long time. I know all the ins and outs of it. I use Facebook as a dating app. 100% I use Facebook as a dating app. Some people use Tinder, some people use Bumble. I never got anywhere on Tinder and Bumble. I literally only talk to bots on there, you know. I never got anywhere on Tinder and Bumble. I didn't get any good conversations or anything like that. I do talk to my old high school friends, my old work friends, my old friends I used to know from different places, different arcs of my life. I met, I've talked to them on Facebook. I'll add them as a friend on Facebook because you have to be friends with someone in order to be anything more than that. So platonic friendship is the key. A lot of people scoff at platonic friendship and they're like, oh, I want so much more than platonic friendship. That could never satisfy me. I don't mind being in the friend zone. I like being in the friend zone because it's like it's it gives me everything I want from an emotional standpoint, but it's the potential for something more that really helps me fall asleep at night. Like I can fall asleep at night when I think, okay, this friendship can be so much more if something else happens in this friendship. It could be so much more, right? The whole thing could be so much more, and that helps me fall asleep at night. And I think to myself, I want to become a better person. I want to become a better man. I want to do this. I want to do that. And I try to find ways I can accomplish my goals. I try to find ways I can make my dreams come true. You know, when I think of something at night and I fall asleep thinking about it, you know, sometimes I dream about good things happening in my life. Like sometimes I dream I'm in a video game. Sometimes I dream I'm on like a TV show or something. You know, it's or like a reality show. Sometimes I dream I'm like on a reality show, and you want those dreams to come to life. You want your life to become a reality show. You want your life to become a video game. Now you want it to be like The Sims. The Sims is a good video game to be part of because you just start a family and then you just build a big old house and big family, and I think that's a wonderful thing to think about is The Sims, and I think that it I think it's great to think of positive things and try to achieve those things in your life. You know, you think of something wonderful and then you would try to achieve that wonderful thing in your life. Um, I know not that many people are gonna watch this video. I know I average about 0 views per video. I don't care. I'm doing this more for myself than for anybody else. If somebody did watch this video, they're probably going to be so overwhelmed with um, maybe confusion as to what kind of person I really am that they probably won't even leave a comment. Now, I encourage you to leave a comment because I love the comments. I love the comments that you guys leave me, and I think I can make myself a better person if I become more religious or if I read the comments more, something like that. Um, I think that it was raining today. I had to wear a rain jacket when I went out walking. Do not let rain stop you from walking. Never let rain stop you from walking because rain, light rain isn't bad. There's nothing bad about light rain. Okay, heavy rain is very bad. You can't walk in heavy rain. You got to go home as soon as you see heavy rain. But if it's just lightly raining and you check the weather report and it says it's just going to lightly rain, you should be more enthusiastic to walk in that weather. I walked 2 miles today, and it was light raining for the first half of it. You should be enthusiastic to walk when there's light rain because that means it's going to be really cool. It's going to be really cool to breathe that fresh rained air. It's going to be really cool to breathe that in. It's going to be a cool day to go for a walk. Even with the rain jacket on, you're still going to feel cool because all that rain is going to feel really great on you. It's going to feel like you're taking a shower while you go for a walk. And that's the best. That is one of the best ways to walk is when it's lightly raining. Now, if it was heavy raining, I would turn around the other way and I'd come back home because I'm not going to sit around and and I'm not going to sit around and be like drenched in water. That's not what I'm going to do. I'm not going to be drenched in water. But if it's lightly raining, that's a great workout. That's a great way to walk, is with lightly rain. Um, so I was talking about education. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I want to say about that? Um, I'm trying to get myself more to talk more freely on this YouTube channel. This YouTube channel is really going in the pits, I gotta say. It's really going in the pits. Like, I have 130 views the last month. It's funny, I used to get 130 views in like 2021. You know that? I used to get 130 views in 2021. And it's like, I haven't really improved much since 2021 from like 5 years ago. I haven't really, my views haven't really improved very much in the last 5 years. It's like the same basically as it was 5 years ago. And I don't know what to think about that. I don't know, should I focus more on TikTok? Should I focus more on YouTube? Should I focus more on my blog? I'm starting to get people to read my blog now that I have consistent long posts coming once a month or so in there. Um, should I focus on my blog? Should I focus on YouTube? Should I focus on TikTok? I'd focus on everything. I think it's always all of the above. You want to use every tool at your disposal. I don't believe in saying like, oh, I should just do this. I should just do that. I don't believe that makes any sense. There's going to be days where you're going to want to read the Bible with people on TikTok. There's going to be days where you're going to want to make a long video on YouTube to talk about your emotions. There's going to be days where you want to just take selfies on TikTok all day long and become like a model. You vastly improve your self-confidence if you take a lot of selfies on Facebook. I'm not Facebook. I mean TikTok. Take a lot of selfies on TikTok. You vastly improve your self confidence if you do that. There's something under my eye. It's a little redness under my. It's a little red out right here. Right here. I don't know why it's red down there. Anyways, it almost makes me want to start wearing makeup or something. I think that I do want to study a lot in the future. I do want to read a lot of books. I do want to create a lot of content. And these are some of the goals I have for myself. These are some of the more basic things that I want to do for myself. I want to do these things to make myself a better person. I want to improve myself because I care about myself. I'm not doing these things to impress someone else. I'm doing these things because I care about myself. Because I'm putting my emotions and my physical growth as my number one priority. I want to put my growth as my number one priority. I care about myself. And I do care about other people too. I do try to do things for other people too. I don't only care about myself. I'm not the only person that I care about. But I don't like, I really don't want a significant other. Because like sometimes when I'm in class, this one girl asked me if I could change the light bulb at her house today. I don't want to start doing that. She could get something to stand on. She should really have something to stand on to do that. Get to change the light bulb. She should have something to stand on. Like some sort of table she can move there or whatever. But I'm not as an assistant. I don't assist people in their daily tasks. I don't really know her that well, so I kind of view her in a skeptical light because sometimes she's very emotional when she comes in. She's crying a lot. She's angry a lot. She goes from crying to anger very, very quickly. Crying to anger very, very quickly. So I kind of don't really trust her that much. And I know she's not watching this because I don't share this with the with my classmates at the learning center. And there's a reason I don't share this with my classmates at the learning center because or the classmates in my class. I shouldn't say what the class is called, but in my class, I don't share it with the classmates because I don't want them to, um, you know, watch me on here and be like, "Oh, he's gossiping, he's gossiping, he's gossiping." I'm talking to myself, and there's usually about one other person that is. There's either zero or there's gonna be one other person watching this video. Probably watch about a third of it, a third of the way through. So I don't really consider this gossiping. This is more of a personal diary I keep to myself. So I don't view it as like, oh, I'm spreading gossip. Who am I spreading the gossip to? A bunch of people I don't know, and a bunch of people you don't know. They're just random people on the internet watching this. I'm not even going to make any money from it. Like, I'm not going to be monetized for years. I'm probably never going to get monetized because my channel is growing slower than it was 5 years ago. It's literally growing slower than it was 5 years ago. I don't know what's going on. Like, I think eventually I'm going to switch to making YouTube shorts. But I don't want to make shorts. I want to make long videos on YouTube. That's the whole point of YouTube, is I want to make long form videos to express my emotions, to get better talking about myself. To me, TikTok is best for short form videos. I want to use TikTok for short form videos, YouTube for long form videos. So I'd love to do some math problems tonight, but at the same time, I'm probably going to well, I'm probably gonna I'm probably gonna take it easy today, to be honest. I'm probably gonna take it easy today. I don't want to overdo it. My head gets strained really easily, and sometimes if I do too many math problems, then I'm like I'm kind of out of it pretty much. So we'll see what happens tonight. I'll probably listen to a lot of music today. I could play some video games today if I wanted to. It's always a good day to play video games. See if I can get a mental workout from that. I don't really have any goals per se. There's not really any jobs for me to apply for. They all stink, and I really mean that. They all stink. There's no jobs on Indeed I can do. There's none. There's none. I've looked at them all many, many, many times. But at the point, I'm just reading the same ones over and over again. There's the place at the nursing home. There's the place at the at the restaurant. There's the place at the and there's the place at the beach place. There's all these places I've seen a million times. I don't learn anything from them. I don't learn anything of value from these job descriptions or these applications. I don't really get that much from applying for jobs. I don't even know why I keep doing it, because I don't get that much from it. Some of these jobs I've applied to over and over and over again, and I keep forgetting. Oh, you have to lift more than 50 pounds to do this job, and I forgot. I read that a year or two ago, and I applied for it then, and like I didn't remember that until I reapplied for it this time, that I have to do that. And I think about it for a little bit. I was like, yeah, I could do that. I could lift more than 50 pounds. But you gotta be on some serious, like, I don't know, energy high. I like to call it sometimes like an energy high when I drink a lot of Diet Coke. You gotta be on a serious energy high from Diet Coke if you want to lift that much. There's no way I can do that on a 7-day basis. That's not what I'm doing. I'm not lifting 50 pounds or more on a 7-day basis. No, I mean, I can do that like rarely, very rarely I could do that. But it would kind of take everything I had, and it kind of take everything out of me if I just did it one time per day. I've had jobs where I did that about 50 pounds one time per day. It's just like taking out the trash at a company where the trash is like the size of trash can is huge, and there's two huge trash cans on either side of the place, and I have to take out each one and lift it there and lift it there and take it on the dumpster, and it weighs 50 pounds every time you lift it up. And I've done that before. I can do that, I think. I think I can do that. I'm not as strong as I was 10 years ago. I'm definitely not as strong as I was 10 years ago, but I think I can. I'm more like an old man. I'm more like an 80-year-old man in a lot of ways with my level of strength. But you know what? You know what I realized? I'm I'm comfortable. I am comfortable with my level of strength. I don't I don't I don't want to complain about it. I don't want to be like, oh no, woe is me, woe is me. It does frustrate me. It does make me a little mad that I'm only so weak or whatever. It makes me mad that I was like stronger like 10 years ago than I am now. That stuff does make me mad. But like, what am I really gonna do about it? I can't think of anything off the top of my head that's gonna make me stronger. I can't go to the gym because that gym just hurts my back. The gym just hurts all my muscles. It doesn't make me stronger. It just makes me manic. I just get manic if I went to the gym. That I wouldn't gain any muscle. That wouldn't be good for me to get manic. That's why I don't work at these companies that want you to lift 50 pounds or more because I just get manic. I'd get emo because I can't lift the weights and like, you know what, I can't do it, and I feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack, and there's nothing I can do. There's literally nothing I can do. I've tried it many times at these companies with these unrealistic expectations, but I'm applying to be a janitor, so they expect you to lift heavy things. That's the point. That if I'm applying to be a janitor, then they expect me to lift heavy things. So like maybe I could apply as a cashier or something, but I don't know. I I'm very skeptical of my ability to cashier. I don't really think I I'm not very good. I'm not a very good people person. I tried being a people person, and honestly, I've kind of given up being the whole people person thing. I've given up cashiering. I've given up on that dream because it's so people desire so much from you. They desire this, they desire that, they desire this, they desire that. And I can't there's no way on this planet I'm going to satisfy their desires of what every customer wants from me when I'm cashiering. There's just no way I'm going to satisfy them. They're like they're like needy little brats. They want this and they want that. And no there's no way I can satisfy them. They're always angry at me. No matter what I do, they're angry with me. Okay? I guarantee you no matter what I say or do, they will be angry with me no matter which the way I describe it, the way I do my job, they will get angry with me. And I can't do that. I can't do that with my life. I can't do something where people are always angry with me. I think my dad learned that a long time ago. He can't really cashier because the customer is always angry. You know, it the customer is always right, but the customer is always angry. So I like retail is like literally like um, hell. Retail is like hell. Um, I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. I wouldn't recommend retail to anybody, but because I'm trying to find positions anywhere, I do apply to a lot of retail jobs because that's just the most entry level job you can find is a retail job, and you need the least experience to do that job. But if I can get an education, if I slowly do more and more math problems and read business textbooks, then I can get a better paying job. I can get a job that I can do. Now, the only problem with that is I have to get good at math, and I'm really bad at math. Like, good luck, right? Good luck if you're bad at math. I mean, I'm not going to succeed anywhere if I'm not good at math. So that's why I have to practice my math skills. I can't practice it every day because I get a headache when I practice math skills. It's always some new thing I have to learn. It's always some new set of problems that I have to solve on pre-calculus, and it's always a lot of hassle. It's always just a lot of hassle, and I'd like to learn to solve those problems at some point. And I might just say today I'm going to read the Bible on my live stream on TikTok, and that will be my positive thing I bring to the world is reading the Bible on TikTok. That might be the positive thing I bring to the world today. That's what I did yesterday. Because you know, Like, what am I going to do? Like, what am I going to do with my time? Answer me this. What am I going to do with my time? Because I can't apply to jobs. There's no place I could work. I just get frustrated applying for jobs because I already know what the job descriptions are for all these places. I don't meet the job descriptions for any of them. So what I have to do is I have to make my own job. I have to do entrepreneurship in order to make my own company. That's why I'm on this YouTube channel talking to you right now. I want to be a motivational speaker. I want to be a positive speaker. I want to talk about business. I want to talk about life skills. I want to talk about life improvement skills and health improvement. I want to talk about all those things. And on this channel and my TikTok account, I don't link them because I don't have a purpose of linking them. I keep them separate. Most people don't want to see the other one, but I do link my TikTok to this, but I don't link this to my TikTok, but because I don't think people ever click YouTube links. I've never noticed them people clicking YouTube links. I've had YouTube links under my videos before, and no one really ever clicks them. It's actually a hassle to copy paste them every time, to put them in every time. But I'd rather just write a description of the video and then click post the video. I don't really want to post a bunch of links under my YouTube video. I've done that many times, but I don't really need people to go to my Twitter account. I don't need people to go to my blog. People will find my blog on their own. They don't need to go from my YouTube channel to find my blog. They can just do a Google search to find my blog. It's all the same anyways. So what else is there? I'm studying a lot of different subjects because I want to get better at math. I want to get better at reading. I want to get better at public speaking. Public speaking is something that everyone can improve upon. People have different skills going into public speaking, and a lot of people are too afraid to have a YouTube account because they're afraid of public speaking. Like my sister didn't do well in speech class when she was in college. My sister wasn't very good at public speaking, but when she's working at a company with lots of different people, she's very good with working with people. And I wish I could be better working with people. That's kind of why I might go to class tomorrow, which is a third day of the week. Normally I just go to class 2 days a week, but I might start going more frequently because I'm trying to get better at my communication skills, my social skills. What else? I think that's everything. Is there anything else? So I might go to class tomorrow. We'll see what happens if I can wake up early enough to go. So a lot of times I like to sleep in, but I might wake up to go tomorrow because I don't want to do nothing all day. That's another thing I have. It's my goal. It's a very simple goal I have in my life is to not do nothing all day. Not do nothing all day. That is a very simple goal of mine. I don't care if I'm making TikTok videos, making YouTube videos, blogging. I don't care what I'm doing, but I don't want to do nothing all day. I want to do something with my life. And it's a very simple goal of mine. I'm pretty sure I can achieve that goal with doing very, very simple things, like making this vlog on this channel. It's a very simple thing to do this, but it's very embarrassing because I'm just talking to my webcam and it's almost like I'm talking to myself, and it's kind of like embarrassing to talk to myself on this webcam because I know like basically no one's gonna watch. I know no one's gonna watch it. I have to create something. Always be creating. ABC. Always be creating something. Always be creating. As long as you're always be creating, then you will have a productive life. I guarantee you will have a productive life. You can play video games sometimes too. I might play video games after this just because I've made a 40-minute video. Maybe I'll switch to video games after this to relax. But I also think I might lie in bed and just think about life and browse Twitter, browse Facebook, flirt with girls on Facebook and stuff like that. I could do that just as well instead of playing video games if I want to take more of a mental break. I get overwhelmed with playing video games sometimes because I get beat pretty bad when I play online video games and play FC 26 and Madden 26. I get beat pretty bad in those games. So I kind of don't want to play those. But I think that it's my goal in life to balance creating and flirting and being a romantic and being an autistic. That's another balancing thing I have to make, because there's the autistic side of me that does the same thing every day, and there's the romantic side of me that wants to do something different every day. And only 1% of me is the romantic side. I mean, 99% of me is the autistic side. And so I'd rather be autistic than be romantic, but I think that I probably shouldn't even be talking about this on YouTube. It's probably not in the terms of service, but the point I'm trying to make is I want to be productive. I guess I'm running out of things to talk about if I'm edging on the terms of service. Okay. In the comments below, what was I talking about today? The power of education. What are you doing to educate yourself? Let me know in the comments below. I believe the power of education is very important, and I'm going to work on improving myself. Even if I can't find the job that I want, I still want to improve myself in one way or another. Maybe I'm just listening to music and waxing poetically on different subjects, but I learn vocabulary words when I listen to music. I learn different phrases, different ways of articulating things. That's much more poetic than if I didn't listen to music. So I learn things while I do listen to music. So that is a valuable use of my time. If I decide to do that, that is a valuable use of my time. I think, so let me know in the comments below, what do you do to educate yourself? Do you listen to music to learn vocabulary words? Do you practice math? Do you practice reading? Math reading, that's what a lot of people do. Let me know in the comments below, what do you do to educate yourself? I'm in the business of learning new things. That's what I'm going to do with my life, is learn new things. Thank you everyone for watching. Have a great day. Please subscribe to this channel. Have a great day. Bye-bye.